Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Shanks, and today I got my lovely friend over here, Miss Joline.
Hello.
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 God, like, there's so much shit on my desk. I feel like it's all clustered. What the fuck?
Clustered?
Yeah, like a cluster of shit on my desk, and most of it is trash. and sweets. I'm going through the ringer right now. So I got like coffee cups and cookies.
Coffee cups?
Yeah. Well, it's March, and this is the only time, like the only month that they have my favorite like drink at Starbucks, like that matcha lavender thing.
Oh.
So
when you said sweets, I was thinking just candy. So when you said coffee cups, I'm just like, oh, that's a candy I've never heard of.
Oh. Well, also, I have, like, crumble cookie next to me, caramel snacks, like, the tea cakes. Cookie. Look, listen, they had a Lucky Charms cookie that had the marshmallows and, like, marshmallow, like, cream on the cookie. I couldn't stop myself.
I kind of want... Oh, dude, never mind. It's not that time of year anymore. I missed it.
What'd you want?
I want one of those... I kind of want one of those green... what is it? A smoothie? It's not a smoothie. It's like a green coffee thing. It's a green beverage.
Like a
from,
green tea?
Scooters? No.
Okay.
It's for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, Shamrock Shake.
But I don't want a Shamrock Shake at the McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. Shit. What a fucking... How do we segue?
How do we segue?
I was about to say...
We don't. Anyway, we're Shanks X reader.
Speaking of delicious treats that we want in our mouth, we're going to be reading a Shanks X reader.
Whoa! I was not prepared for that.
My apologies. This isn't law. Oh, what is wrong with this? Actually, no, what's wrong with me? I made the joke, not you. About to throw you under the bus.
Yeah. Crazy. How could you?
Yeah. Fucking, actually, Joline recommended we read this one because this is the same person that wrote the book, the Corazon X Reader book that we previously read on this channel and whatnot. So I'm excited. If that book has anything to go off of, this one's gonna be golden. And also, this came after the Corazon one, so it'll be better improved writing, better storytelling and whatnot. I cannot wait to read about this. I don't read any, like, of the older men that much, so I'm very excited.
Dude.
What?
Sorry.
I do not partake in the dilfs that
And the dilf.
My bad.
Crazy.
Yeah, my bad. I think the oldest is one Vox, because, like, obviously died in the fucking 50s or 70s. I forget which one. And also, the second place is Dr. Harvey at, like, 26, so, like...
Dr. Harvey's only 26? I thought that man was old!
I know he's an older bachelor, but we don't know how old. Well, he at least, like, went to college long enough to get a PhD and whatnot, because, you know, medical school, and he was a doctor in Zuzu City, so he might be in his 30s. I don't fucking know. But at bare minimum, he's probably, like, late 20s.
I thought he was at least late 30s. At the very least.
They could be any fucking age. I just know I can marry him, and that's good enough. He has a PhD. You don't get like when you get past that at night, he doesn't charge you for it. But if you do die in the mines, he will charge you for it, obviously, and whatnot.
Wow, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but if I pass out at 2 a.m., I'm not gonna get charged for it. That's pretty poggers. Like, in my defense, every time I get passed out in the mines, I need emergency surgery. Motherfucker needs the money. He looks at it, he's like, my intestines are coming out and shit. So I fair, but anyway. We're not talking about that DILF. We're talking about this DILF. Fuck.
You were about to say GILF. I'm just like, I know that man not that old.
Yeah, this isn't GARP. Look, alright, Stolen Voice, a Shanks X reader. 15 parts, 2 hours and 43 minutes. I say double that, and then that's our reading time on this. And it says, and I quote as the description, "Were you mute and I deaf, I would still hear you sing for me." And that I do not own One Piece or its characters, neither the artworks in the story. Cannot wait. Also, you are very right. That is some beautiful art in chapter 1. The pretty man.
He's very pretty.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I'm following this person. That's how you know they're really good, that I'm following them. So keep that in mind, Wattpad people that I follow, please and thank you. Also, what should we name our character?
Oh shit, I didn't even think of that. No, we're gonna take like an hour trying to name this show. I'm sick of
I'm
it.
sorry. Ham.
No, it's cool.
Honey ham. There we go. Is that good enough?
Cool. If your name is Cunningham, we are fighting in it.
Okay, well, I'll erase this real quick. I'm trying to think of something funny.
Okay, cool.
Huh?
We have something absolutely silly.
I'm trying to think of something silly. I'm too stupid at this.
I was gonna choose a normal name.
Eureka! Delilah. It's just the same bitch from the Lost Story.
Delilah was a normal name.
Yeah, but we already used
That's
it.
crazy. That's because she gave up on launch. She wanted an older man.
That's crazy. Yeah, she couldn't get through the thing that we read at the end of the Lost Story, so she moved on to Shanks.
She's like, you know what? I guess.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fuck, what do we name her?
I was gonna say Amara.
How you spell that?
Amara.
A lot of A's, holy shit. Amara. Good enough. I don't know if we're gonna need anything else. We'll come up with it on the fly, I guess. Alright, do you wanna...
We're gonna give her a silly last name.
Yeah. Amara... Beam.
Beam?
Yeah, because it sounds like the Pokemon move,
Yeah, that's not that
Allura
bad.
Beam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's not a bad. Yeah.
She's named after a Pokemon move, that's crazy. Do you want to be heads or tails to go first?
Head.
Okay. It's tails.
I'm like, okay, damn. Anyway.
The coin didn't even like spin when it hit.
No.
It just immediately landed in there like, nah, bitch, you're reading. Alright, chapter 1. I don't know how long this chapter is gonna be, so let's see how this first one goes. Now that we're all settled, sighed the tall man opposite you, hopping down on the grass on one side, playful smile. Would you explain this, love? You frowned as he opened a bag of gold from his hand, as it clinks on the ground when it arrives. You raise your hand and pretend that you did not hear him, moving around a bit uncomfortably in the ropes he used to tie you to a tree. Oh shit. This is humiliating. The night is still long, and the light of the moon feels faint, barely revealing the silhouette of the young man. But even in the dim, semi-darkness, his red locks were escaping from the straw hat like blooming flames to taste his sunburnt skin. It's only the two of you around, but somehow, you're not afraid of him. I'm not afraid. He was clearly stronger than you, since he could drag you all the way here and tie you up, but you didn't sense any danger from him. Okay, so, like, what was the reason why he wanted to do that? He's kind of fucked up for Shanks, but anyway. His eyes were a deep shade of brown that were almost like crimson, but it still feels like you were looking into a slow, ancient river that couldn't be bothered by the outside world. He was a beautiful man. You smile. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to rob him. Okay, maybe that's the reason why we got...
Yeah, that's on us.
Yeah, I immediately was like, man, this guy's a bitch, and then I read the reason, I'm like, alright, maybe we were in the wrong the whole time.
We did that to ourselves.
Maybe we're the problem. I asked you. He repeated tiredly, elbowing elbowing on his knees and massaging his head. His cheeks were still flushed from the sake, and he seemed aware and collected. Listen, you got a pretty face, and I clearly drank more than I planned to tonight. You could have just asked for a drink or two, and who knows, but why did you just take this? You smile again and shake her head as he blinks in confusion. I don't understand. He puckers his lips, resting his chin over his palm. How are you not scared? You don't get how dangerous this is? I could do anything if I wanted, and you look at me like I dragged you here for a goddamn tea party. You satisfiedly moved around a little, and his eyes softened as he watched you. I like that, he smirked. Keep smiling. Oh yeah, we don't have a voice, right? I was like, when are we gonna speak?
That's crazy. Just like, why don't you just open your mouth?
Say words. I forgot. It's literally called Stolen Voice. How am I this stupid? You immediately shot him an angry glare, trying to look as threatening as possible, but the man only laughs at you quietly. He sounds charming, you think. The thought upsets you deeply. You don't jump in the sea. You can't swim. And that upsets you even more. Oh shit, we ate a devil fruit that took away her voice? That's cringe. Also, wait a minute. Also, if that is the case, that some kind of devil fruit that we ate causes one, not to swim, and two, took away her voice, I want to know what this fruit does. Because according...
I hope it's something sick.
Yeah.
Like, I needed to balance out.
Yeah, like, according to the lore of deep, like, devil fruits and whatnot, they're like, wishes that humans have, like, sent to, like, heaven and whatnot, that have, like, powers that they want, and then heaven had granted those wishes and brought them down. So what fucking human decided, like, I want to not swim and not communicate ever again? and then they got their wish. I hope that's, like, this is, like, a drawback where she's, like, super fucking strong, like, she can lift up a fucking island, but she just can't say words. That better be it. Something, like, crazy like that. Come to think of it, you haven't said a thing since I caught you. He wondered, scratching the nape with his almost invisible pout. You object for a few minutes after I threw you above my shoulder, but you didn't shout for help. I knew you wouldn't hurt me. His eyes narrowed and you shot out your tongue at him, in which his pout grew significantly, much to your entertainment. Anyway, I can't just let you off without answers, he stated, folding his arms, trying to look mighty. You tried taking my money, not to mention that you... Hey, I'm talking to you! You turned back and looked at him annoyingly as his loud voice scared a kitten you spotted a few meters away. The young man was too stunned to speak. Sorry. It just took me out. As he watched you struggle under your ropes, crawling inch by inch towards the cat. Then almost bruising your back as you kick off your boot to try to reach out with your foot to pet it. What the hell is wrong with you? He shouts, almost in utmost desperation, and you turn to him with begging eyes, in which he blushes deeply and stands up, his voice toned down to grumbling. Don't you get that you've been kidnapped? He, what did the fuck? Peeked? What, He walked towards the cat, that ran to his leg, which then picked it up and, folded his head. Fondled. God damn it, I'm having a fucking stroke right now. Fondled. Fondled his head before bringing it closer. Your eyes sparkle as he pushes it to you, and you rub your cheeks to the soft fur of the little animal's head, which it purrs in happiness and nestles to you. Aren't you a bit too sweet for a thief, love? Smiled the man, giving up his reason from before and placing the cat down again. He climbed back up on its lap and curled up over his thigh. You smiled back at him, while you secretly freed one of your hands as he stared. As his stare runs over your face. But your calmness fades as he lifts his finger and then moves them over your lips, barely touching them. You can't speak, can you? Okay, yeah, you can't speak, can you? He asks with empathy. I guess I won't get my answers. Not like this. You will. And you catch him with your free hand to pull him down, and then... Oh, wait, we're on chapter 1, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You catch him with your free hand and pull him down, and then kiss him deeply. This man was taken aback at first, but kisses you back. Wait, oh, hello. Do we have Riz? What the
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn, I can't...
Dude, our devil powers unlimited Riz.
Oh my god, yeah, we ate the Riz fruit. No talking, we just had that aura. We didn't have to say a word to this man, and he was like, fuck, I think I'm gonna marry you. He has an amazing taste, but his skin was burnt hot from the sake. You break away, and he looks at you with an amazed smile that you could probably... What?
No, keep reading.
Alright. Is he probably intended to be the greatest wrestling weapon in the history?
That's what I'm laughing at.
Call me Amara, love, you whisper to him with a grin, and the man falls back in surprise, his warm eyes wide as he hears you. And then you snap your fingers, the world freezes around you. So wait a minute, did we just steal his voice? Please. One kiss and we fucking steal like a fucking siren.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah. But that's kind of like a little shitty because like you have to kiss them and whatnot to steal their voice. But it is kind of cool. You Riz the fuck out of them, kiss them, leave them in the dust, and then take out credit cards in their name because you call their bank and like pretend to have their voice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. At the next moment, he looks around in complete disbelief as he finds himself tied up around the tree in your place while you crouch opposite of him, caressing the kitten. Oh my god, we swapped places! What the fuck happened? He shouted, trying to free himself from the ropes. I'm taking this with me. You smiled at him, picking up his bag of gold, making it tinkle in the air. It's a fair exchange for the kiss, isn't it? He was so flustered that you cackle and lean forward, leaving one more on his cheek, which drives his color even worse. You feel a strand of his red hair around your finger and step back. I'm somewhere between absorption, self-pity, and...
Adoration.
Thank you. Adoration. What did I say? Absorption?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Adoration, self-pity, and furious shock, he mutters silently. I can see that, you nodded, touching your throat, trying to guess how many seconds you have left. You look over your shoulder towards the sea anxiously, but then turn back and kick away the dagger he somehow cut to cut his ropes. Before I forget, a name for a name? He smiles at you, as I scroll. He smiles at you despite his situation, and it strangely warms your heart. I'm Shanks, he answers, and your heart misses a beat as he bows his head. Pleasure to meet you. You move the dagger back to his hand to make sure you can escape after you're gone. Goodbye, Kakami? Whatever, Shanks, you whisper. Akagami. Shanks, you whisper, using your last words before the cold seal of your voice cords close around your neck again. And you turn to run away, trying not to hear as he shouts after you to wait. Damn! Oh, sorry, Dawn. I'm sorry, I thought it said damn. Man, am I dyslexic?
Yeah. I think we do.
Damn, that's crazy. You give the bag of gold to a trader who leads you to a small ship. It was more than enough money, so he doesn't ask questions, which is more than perfect for you. You don't like how you had to steal, but that man was the pirate anyway, who took the gold from another and told the tale in the bar. He was your only option to set sail as soon as possible, and you never wanted to just take a boat. This town has always shown your kindness through your few days' stay, and you refuse to betray them by taking a decent person's property. The ship's quite small, but it has everything you need for the journey, miss, said the vendor, and you smile, listening to the hoarse, deep voice that still stayed gentle. Are you familiar with sailing? You nod shortly and bow, trying to gesture that your business was done. Yeah, the tall, black-haired man guides you to the deck and continues talking, pointing around, explaining the quality of the wood, the fabric of the flags, and opens the door for you to check the inside as well. He takes your baggage of food and drops it off in the kitchen, and you don't let him take your smaller bag. You start to get annoyed with him, but it seems to be faster if you endure his tour to go on your way as soon as you can. After he finishes with the bathroom and the kitchen, he guides you to the back room of the back rooms of the ship and stops opposite of a wide oak door. You tilt your head and question your eyes, and the vendor smiles at you slightly. This is where the young lady can stay during the day, he says, and you start to have a bad feeling about the situation. After we say how special the customer is, we prepare a gift for you. Please enjoy your time. What? And when he opens the door, your shoulders drop as you see Shanks sitting opposite you in the captain's chair, grinning as he sees you, spinning his straw hat over his fingers. He looks even better in the sunlight. I fucking messed up. Long time no see, love, he says excitedly, standing up with welcoming arms. I forgot he has both arms. I'm like, arms? I'm like, Coral. I'm glad that you grin your teeth and snap your fingers again. Time stops. You spin and run out of the ship and then jump into the outer side of it, hanging by the border where they can't see you. They come out. In a few seconds, sharp pain claws at your chest and you cry out silently as your devil fruit stops working. Your body trembles from the surge it caused. You hang by one arm and press the other one over your chest, feeling your breath as you try to calm it. Why does it hurt so much this time? You hear them shout inside and then run out searching for you. You don't feel much strength in your arm, but you know you must hang on until they both leave. This was your best ruse since they don't know your power. After they couldn't find you there, they will probably go to town and you can take the ship. You didn't have enough time to go much further anyway, but you freeze. Your jaw drops slightly as Shanks leans out of the barrier. His smile beams at you as if you didn't... Wait, as if you didn't just want to buy his ship with the money you stole from him. How the hell did he find me? Hey, there you are, he says, offering a hand. Come, I'm not gonna hurt you. Let's talk. Just don't run away again, okay? So what, she had the fucking time fruit? I need to know what this fucking fruit is. It sounds like an OP fruit.
You're so curious at the fruit. We're literally reading this for the plot.
I'm yeah, you might be ready for the romance. I'm worried. I'm trying to figure out like all the lore going on here. I feel like that one dude with like the fucking like cork board with all the shit on there. Like I'm trying to like put the pieces together about like yeah. I'm
my god.
I'm Edwin right now. I'm trying to put the pieces together, but it was very difficult.
No.
Sorry. As soon as I said put the pieces together, I fucking it flashed in my mind. But as you watch his honest, curious gaze, you reach for him, knowing that you don't really have a choice anymore. But then the window snaps open above you and a giant head appears, holding a piece of meat and shouting his captain's name. You slip and fall into the sea. Oh, we're fucking dead. Oh, story ends there. The water takes you like a cold pond of flowing metal. Your muscles go numb. Your mind screams hopelessly as your breath stops. Your tears merge into the salty water that burns your eyes as your greatest fear has come true ever since you got your power. Your vision starts to go black as you sink, cursing yourself for how you could have let this all happen. You didn't want to die. The next thing you felt was two strong arms catching you, dragging you back to the surface where you oh, you know what I forgot? Shanks doesn't have a fucking double fruit. I straight up forgot. I forgot that he has hockey, and that's why he's super strong. I'm like, damn, he can't really jump in there and save her, huh?
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
I forgot. Drag you back to the surface, where you spit out the water and shake as you take a bite of the fresh air in the morning, still color orange and rose by the rays of the sunrise. You were too embarrassed to look up as you huddle yourself, with Shanks kneeling beside you, unbothered by the coldness of the wet clothes. 3 others surrounded the two of you, one of them being the vendor, who takes off his dark cape and holds it around you tightly to warm you up. Shanks smiles and brushes the lost locks of hair from your face, pinching your chin to make you look up at him, his brown eyes running over the lines of your features, looking for injuries as he moves your head from left to right. You shivers only from the natural raw tenderness of his hold. You understood he truly doesn't want to harm you. You move your mouth to form a thank you, even if no one can hear it. Shanks looked at his crew for a moment and then turned back to you and pulls you closer after thinking a minute. He places a sweet kiss over your lips before leaning back, and you look at him with doubt. How did he know? The long-nosed man looked I was like, long-nosed man? I'm like, what is Usopp doing? I'm so fucking brain dead. The long-nosed man looks away with a slight blush. The black-haired lighted up a cigarette with a soft smile, and the one with the meat laughs between 2 bites. Shanks leans back and caresses your face to drive away a few water drops that drip down from your hair. And now he smirks, his joyful eyes clinging to yours, 2 captivating, gorgeous mirrors that reflected endless sea. I want you to tell us where you want to go, so we can set sail. Also, he laughs briefly as you grimace in defeat.
Brightly.
Huh? Oh, what did I say?
Brightly. Briefly.
Briefly.
I try not to correct you because you've gotten so many of these, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just let you think you got it.
Thank you. He laughed brightly as you grimaced in defeat, still refusing to speak despite how he gave you a chance. Oh, how he gave fuck, whatever. When he continues brushing back his wet hair before his first mate pulls a straw hat over his head, you wonder how he can feel so powerful and kind at once. Tell me who stole your voice, love, he smiles, so I can help you take it back. Oh shit, what if we're just like, yeah, actually, it's gonna stay gone.
I just like looking at the pictures right now, like,
Yeah.
you're so cute. Buggy's in this one!
Buggy, I love him!
Buggy! I love him.
I love him too. Not as much as other people do, but like, I yeah.
I'm a clown appreciator.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't meant to call you out. I'm just...
What? No, what's that supposed to mean?
No, I mean, like, I think of, like, I mean, you talked about being, like, a clown for Halloween, and I think you said that...
I was a clown for Halloween.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You said about collecting clown dolls and whatnot.
Oh, they're so cute!
I know.
I've been, like, on eBay just scrolling through.
I remember us looking at one, and you're like, yeah, my mom wouldn't let me have it, because, like, what did she say, like, no dolls, because they could be haunted?
No, because, for superstitious reasons. It's no dolls, no mirrors, or no frames.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, no frames? Like, picture frames?
Like picture frames. No secondhand picture frames.
Oh, yeah. Shit, you don't want any 16 by 20 frames? I got plenty right now. Trying to get rid of them.
I think that's, like, a size that I've never owned in my life.
Damn. I probably should try them out on the other one. I was getting rid of posters.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Alright, Amara.
Posters or prints?
Their posters, 16 by 20. It was a hell of a boss one, so I'm like, I already had the playmat version,
Oh, okay.
I don't need these, and so I've been trying to sell them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Chapter 2.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I just realized I'm not cozy.
Be cozy.
I am trying. Just to clarify, he said, bending away from his hand. I don't plan to smooch all the time, just to talk. You choose silence over me, complains the red hair with pure despair. The one who gave you the cape hides his eyes as he hears the high-pitched whine of his friend. I'm afraid, you grin when the man sniffles. Can you give me a notebook and a pen, maybe? I don't know how long this lasts. Sure, replies the dark-haired man. Give me a sec. I don't even kiss that bad, cries out Shanks wailfully. Of course not, Captain, shouts the long-nosed one. Have you tried, sweetheart? You ask. And both the men turn to a bright shade of red when the large one starts wheezing and hitting his shin. Maybe it's better if you stay mute.
It's kind of like ableist Shanks. Sorry.
Oh my god. No, I just processed that. Terrible. How old are you, man? 5? I'm 19. That's almost 2 decades. He shouts back, hiding his face in his hat. He smiles. Oh, so he's not a dill.
Damn it. Oh, I mean, he does have 2 arms, so I guess.
I mean, like, I knew that, but he was a dilf before he lost the arm.
Yeah, he's just a guy I want to fuck, not a guy.
Oh god. Hiding his face in his hat. He smiles secretly. He's adorable. The other returns from inside with the ship and hands you a paper, which you thank him with the last few seconds of the voice Shanks gave you. She said that I'm 5, Ben! Snaps the man as soon as he sees his comrade, who is called a captain, so this guy must be the first mate. They seem to be a new crew. Good, smiles Ben calmly, flicking Shanks' hat to see his face. I would have guessed 3 in her place. The man is too outraged to answer, so the other crouches down opposite you, carefully setting the collar of his cape, making sure you're guarded from the cool morning air. My name is Ben Beckman, he nods his head. You already met our captain, and this is Yossup and Lucky Roo. We heard a lot about you. Shanks was pretty upset and amused by last night. The hell I was upset, snaps the redhead. You didn't sleep 1 second because you were afraid she wasn't going for a ship, laughed Roo. Then we couldn't have found her. I wasn't upset, okay? I was planning my bloody revenge. Now if you would stop for a moment, sighs Ben, lifting his palm peacefully. I believe we should clear a few other things first. Shanks avoids your gaze as he stands up, crossing his arms. His figure casts a shadow over you, and you shiver as he blocks the sun's warmth from your wet skin. Your heart misses a beat as he notices your small movement, and his brown gaze softens as he steps aside to let the right light reach you again. Maybe I should be nicer to him. But he smiles and moves his hand up and down, creating a shadow across your face to annoy you with a satisfied smirk growing as you squint your eyes for their defense. Nah. If you ever let me speak again, you little...
Punch him!
Yeah, punch him!
Know your fucking place, trash!
First, let's take it over our name. Oops.
Amara?
I literally named us and I forgot.
Yeah, you literally chose the name, you're like, fuck.
Can't you, Amara? I looked up cool names and that one showed up.
Me writing my OCs. Cool names that are related to to fire.
That mean fire.
Yeah.
That's Ben, shooting a warning stare to the redhead, who shrugs huffily and leaves you alone. A powerful one at that. You can get away from our captain, even today. You were close, and Shanks wants to help you. So do we, too. Just tell us more in exchange. You take a deep breath and pick up the paper. As much as you would prefer to keep your secret, you need their help for now. And for some reason, you feel like you could trust them. It's all about trust. It's all about trusting strangers here.
Yeah.
Terrible. What a terrible way to go.
Yeah, catch me dead doing that shit.
Do you have a full Discord server?
What?
I was like, you said you couldn't catch you doing that. I'm just like, you have a Discord server of strangers.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
That's crazy.
Hey, but they have names though. That doesn't make them a stranger anymore.
They know each other's names.
Yeah. I guess, whatever. That hurts.
My devil fruit can stop time. They look at you with widened eyes as they read it, and you sense their doubt despite how they could see you disappear earlier. You touch your chest and wonder if you could show them. Maybe a few seconds. It feels longer to me anyway. That's the easiest way. You snap your fingers, and they recoil as in the next second you are sitting beside Shanks, and Ben's cape is lying over his shoulder again. That's so cool, shouts Yasop suddenly, and they look at you with amazement. But the redhead scowls when he realizes how you lean to his side for support, and he embraces you quickly. You are breathing a little heavily, pressing a hand over your chest to ease the pain. It hurts you? Yeah, surprisingly. Your own power hurts you.
I mean, that's pretty common, right?
I mean, I'd hope not.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that happen a lot? He uses stamina. Like, the more he uses it, the more exhausted he gets.
Yeah, but that's not, like, that's just, like, that's general exhaustion.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Bad analogy. Never mind. I was like, I swear there's another, like person that, like, has a fruit that, like, that it kind of hurts them when they use it. I haven't seen One Piece in a while. Forgive me of my sins.
You're good. I also haven't seen One Piece in a while.
Oh, well, I knew that.
Anyway, you nod silently, but then smile at them and rely on them while taking your paper again. Only if I use it a lot, and I'm used to it. That's shitty, says Rue. You shouldn't use it ever. Sometimes. I don't see another way. And where do you want to go so bad to take our money? Asks Shanks, and you freeze as his thumb steadily strokes your arm and holds you. You look into his eyes for a few moments, his face strangely serious despite the modest smile at the edge of his lips. As he looks at you with this eager, honest attention, you start to understand why the others follow him. He is so young, but there's something in the atmosphere around him, emitting a peculiar, powerful sense of mind and heart. You write on your paper shortly before handing it to him, carefully freeing yourself to see all of them. I must find someone important. A few hours later, you are sitting in front of their ship, your legs hanging out the barrier so you could feel the thousands of minuscule water droplets falling on them as you sail. You've always deeply loved the sea. You hear footsteps behind you and turn around to see, smiling as you see Shanks walking to your side. Can I sit, love? He asks. You move a little to give him more space and nod. The man takes place next to you, and you pucker your lips. Then you see he's tall enough to rest his arms over the bar while you can't do it comfortably. I just don't understand why you won't tell us more, he says, swaying his legs absent-mindedly, laying his cheek over his forearm in a way he can still see you. You cast down your eyes and hope that your hair hides your blush as he smiles at you. I might have not made the best first impression, but we're all strong, he continues. We can help you more by just giving you a lift. We could help you more than just giving you a lift. I'm strong too. I didn't have a doubt about that, he chuckles, but it's never bad to have friends or someone to protect you. Why do you want to help me? He throws his head back and looks to the sky. Well, he laughs with a sweet sound, sending a thrill down your spine. Ben didn't exactly tell a lie. I was upset yesterday, but as much as that, I was amused. You were interesting. Besides, he looks at you, and you barely restrain yourself from touching the silky waves of red hair, blowing down the straw hat on his back. In the way he's leaning back, you see the curve of his neck moving as he talks to you. I'm free, love, he smiles, and I will do whatever I want. For now, I want you. Big words. From my big heart, he answers, with pretended pique, straightening his back again. But I was serious. I want to hear more about you. Too bad I can't speak. When he laughs, you can't help but join in, even if no voice could ever leave your throat. He feels so bright, with every movement, every sound, every little gesture. You can't recall a time where you were so attached to someone before, and it disturbed you. It's not just about his looks, but about that balanced mixture of strength and care that surrounds him like the light that lingers around the stars before finding its path into human souls. Why are you looking at me this way? He tilts his head a little and reaches for your face. You let him run his fingers through a lock of your hair by the right side of your face, reeling it for a few seconds before he locks your gaze again. You have spectacular eyes, love, he whispers, his thumb stroking the smooth skin under your temple. I've never seen ones like them before. Such a gorgeous, rich shade of gold. You hope he doesn't feel your face turning warmer. Even if you do, you lay your cheek against his gentle hand.
Are they gonna kiss?
God, I hope so.
Hurry up and do it!
I don't think they'll kiss again this chapter, but
Ah.
you never once called me love when your crew was around. Nope, that's his time to blush. You feel much better. He doesn't answer for a minute, but doesn't pull his hand away either. The silence doesn't bother you. You feel safe. I'll be honest, says Shanks at last. I had a habit of calling beautiful ones that way, and my friends know that. I call you like this when we're alone, but for them, not saying it shows that I'm not just playing around now. You freeze and move away from his touch, but he doesn't react. The calm, honest smile says, "Why are you not playing?" His gaze drops to your lips, then goes back slowly to your eyes, and you can barely breathe under the pressure of his attention. He barely whispers, centimeters far from your mouth, silent, like he wrestles an untold promise. No woman has robbed me before, he states while catching his white shirt above his chest dramatically. And you start laughing with all your heart, leaning to his side subconsciously. He's beaming as he watches you, and you nestle closer to him, feeling his subtle, comforting scent when you lay your head over his shoulder.
It's musk.
Shanks,
Sorry.
Shanks strokes your face and turns your head a little. If we're going through the whys, I want to ask you something, he tells you, and I want you to answer. Can't you find a better reason? And as he leans for you, you kiss him. Your heart races in his embrace, as you have never been so close to him. His touch even gentler than before, like he's afraid you'll disappear from his side. You break free to breathe in and smile as you see him do so. He notices that you are waiting and talks again after touching the corner of his mouth for a brief second. You recall your taste. Why'd you kiss me yesterday, love? He asks, turning a little to see your face fully. You took my money and tricked me, but you stayed behind even if there was a risk I'd free myself. You stayed to ask my name and tell me yours, even though you thought we would never meet again. You bethink a moment. I don't know, you answer, looking at the sea. I lost my voice over 2 weeks ago and never said a word until I found you. I was only thinking of how to get back the one they took. My voice didn't seem important enough compared to that. You stop. Not like I had anyone to talk to, you whisper. But maybe I wanted you to know my name. Maybe out of guilt for taking the gold. The wind blows your hair, and your smile fades as you know he can't see it. Or maybe I wanted someone to remember me, if I won't be enough for my fight. You look back at him as you continue. I wasn't sure I could talk if I kissed you say, but despite our situation yesterday, your words for me were only kind, and I wanted you to know how that feels after so much time in silence. I felt like your voice could give me back some of mine, and it ended up real. So, you're not kissing around everyone to chat with people. He asks with a slightly higher voice than usual, and you blink in surprise. That was all you cared about? You laugh sweetly, laying back on his shoulder. He starts swaying his legs above the waves again. No, I don't. I don't plan to. Also, you smile softly. You told me yesterday that I have a pretty face, you say. And I'm not the only one. That helps too. He chuckles and takes on his hat and then rests his cheek above your head as you both watch the ocean under your feet. You think I have a pretty face, he asks back. And you only nod as you run out of words again. He leaves a small kiss over your hair and you close your eyes. I don't mind you being silent, he whispers, taking your hand to play with it tenderly. But we will be on our way for a while, and sometime, only if you let me, I want to hear your voice. You nod again and know that he smiles as his fingers curl around yours in a welcoming, shielding lock. I want to hear you laugh again, says Akagami shakes, and your hold grows tighter around his hand. On a small island of the Grand Line, a young man is sitting alone in the corner of his house, pressing his ears with his hands as he did for 2 weeks by now. He's kept his sane mind, but recites lines of books and poems to keep his thoughts in order. He feels empty and lost without his belongings. He prays for silence as the voice of his torture keeps screaming in misery and begging for help, as it does without ease for many days. He has tried to break out, but as soon as he lets go of his ears, he collapses back to the ground, crying, even if he knows it's not real. Someone walks into his cell and pushes a small amount of food and water. The newcomer says something, but the prisoner can't afford to let a voice in, but the others will follow and strengthen. And yet, the eyes of Gold open with that same determination and threat as they were at the hour where he was locked up in here. His captor's eyes widen as he knows the others can read his lips now. He's coming back for you.
This is gonna get crazy.
I'm so excited!
This is gonna get crazy! Dude, I'm feeling
so
good
hyped
about this.
Oh, me too! I'm gonna read this whole thing!
Oh my god, no! Next time we read, you're like, I read the whole thing and it's great. I can't wait to read it with you this time.
Oh shoot, I might have to.
No!
I know I held myself off for ephemeral, but this one's gonna be a little tough.
Oh my god, bro! You don't
Dude,
even
do you
read
remember what
X-readers.
happened with the Baoichi?
Yeah, you read the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, well, with the exception of like the newest chapters.
Yeah.
Like anything after I think 46, maybe.
46?
Yeah, 46.
Can't believe you've done this to us. Your family.
You would do a 2 for a check.
Huh?
You don't know that little meme?
What'd you say? No, I don't know the meme. What was...
You would do it 2 for a check.
No, I thought you... No, I wish I knew. You might have to send me an image after this. I thought it'd be like, what would you do for a Klondike bar or some shit? I'm very fucking excited about this Shanks X-Reader, man. I do find it funny. You don't like X-Readers. Like, you don't go out of your way to read them. So I find it really funny that you're like, I gotta read this whole book.
I don't, but the thing with the initial thoughts of X-Readers when I was younger is the whole, I don't act like this ain't me.
Yeah, you
And
pulling
so
up an
adding a
X-Reader.
different name to it makes it like an OC,
Yeah.
and then it's like, this is fine. I can do this.
Yeah.
If the character is well written, I could do it.
That always pissed me off about X-Readers and whatnot, but it'd say X-Reader, but in reality it's an OC. And I'm like, don't label it X-Reader, just label it as OC, and this is your, like, canon X non-canon, alright, character. Do it for me. Choose me. Pick me.
Pick me. Love me.
Alright, you ready to spin this fucking wheel, dog?
Yes.
What if it lands on
I'm
Baoichi?
nervous. But what if it lands on, I don't know, Sanji?
What's so bad about Sanji?
I'm not excited.
Wow, my man. I can't believe you done this. Alright, you see the wheel?
I do.
Isn't it beautiful?
I forgot we took Zoro off the wheel.
Yeah, because I haven't been updated for a while.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm hoping for Baoichi, Sanji, or Shanks. What are you hoping for?
Baoichi, Shanks, or Baoichi, Shanks, Sabo, or is it? Actually, I'm like rooting for all of them except for freaking Sanji. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Sanji
You're rooting for Soul to a gang leader over Sanji?
Look, I did exclude both of them.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you're deciding over Carter Grayson than Sanji.
I did not.
Okay, we're reading Shanks.
Yeah! I was so excited.
I heard you fucking hyperventilating on the other side. I was like, good. I was like, dog, you okay? Calm down, it's just a drawing. That's crazy.
It's a drawing with good. I love the words. I'm like on a fic deficit. I can't find a fic that I'd be interested in, and now we have one because the wheel chose it, and now I'm forced to read it, and I'm gonna read the whole thing.
Yippee! You're gonna read the whole thing.
It's either that or I might get a head start on the Sabo one.
No, I'm gonna see you Friday, and I'm gonna be like, Joline, just be honest with me, how many chapters of that Shanks book did you read? And you went, all of it.
All of them.
I read
you're
them
gonna be like,
all.
oh, you read... No, you're gonna be like, you read all of the Shanks one? And I'm just gonna be like, no, I read all of their works.
I was about to say, like, you not only did you get all, like, the Shanks, like, chapters done, you read every single one of their books.
Dude, I remember starting one and I never finished it. I can't remember which one it was.
Finish it right now.
Bet. I think it was the kid X-Reader.
Read it fully. I need a synopsis when you're done, so I could read it.
No, I'm not gonna synopsisize. I'm not gonna summarize it for you.
Damn. All right, fine, whatever. I'll read it on my own. It's crazy.
I will give you a presentation on it. Like, I will give you a lecture.
Oh my god, a presentation, Kid X Reader by this person. What to expect? And you're like, number 1, Kid is awesome and hot.
Kid number 2,
he has one arm just like Shanks. Number 3, it's a metal arm on the opposite side. Works for me.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's only one part of this book.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, wait. No, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Is it?
Yes.
Alright, if you say so. Alright, I cannot wait to read more of the Shanks, but that's not gonna be until fucking next week.
Oh.
I know.
I mean,
sad.
unless you read ahead.
You're gonna read ahead. I'm gonna wait, like a good boy.
A good boy.
Yeah.
Baby.
What? What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing. You said it.
I know what I said, but I didn't hear what you said after I said what I said. I'll find out some way or another. I'll figure it out. But, Joline, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
I look forward to these.
Yeah, honestly, me too.
Even if it is Carter Grayson, I do look forward to reading with you.
Yeah. I just had like a flashback to like where we left off on that book, and she's pregnant.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I just got like reminded of it. I know what's funny. I was just thinking about that book today. I'm like, it's like really funny if they did the deed. 3 days later, he's like, I need to take a pregnancy thing, and why not? And then it came back positive after 3 days. 3 days, and then like they just cut to a few months later, and she's like pregnant.
Wild.
How did I like this book when I was in high school?
She's gonna end up getting sad while she's pregnant.
She's gonna get what?
I really wonder, like what? Like stabbed.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, emergency surgery. They take out the babies. The baby?
I don't mean like in the stomach. I mean like in the arm or something.
Oh. Okay. I was a little worried. Oh yeah, what the fuck was I thinking? I was like, dude, this book, it's gas.
Crazy.
I guess I didn't have a lot of good opinions when I was a teenager, so I guess that checks out, I guess.
I guess I didn't have a lot of good opinions.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have a lot of standards back then.
I mean, your taste in soda was mid.
Yeah.
Like, you just carried some obscure ones that, like, I had never even heard of.
Yeah, you could tell I was like, is this a pair that I like? Alright, cool, I'll read it. I still don't know how to I fucking found this book. I think it just popped up on the homepage, and I'm like, fuck it. Click. Good rant. There is a playlist of all the other Wattpad book club readings I've done in the past with Joline and other guests, so go check out that shit right now. And then on screen is the last Wattpad book club reading that was uploaded, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's probably good. But, Joline, you got any final words?
I do not.
Wow, no final words about your man, Shanks?
I'm fairly content.
Okay.
I hope they write a Shamrock one soon.
but anyway.
Shanks, different fun.
I forgot he has a brother named Shamrock. I forgot he even had a brother. but anyway, my name is Phoenix. That was Joline, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!